Welcome to this tutorial on the harmonium here. This is an instrument that I've been using for over a year now. Before the harmonium, I was using the Shruti box, and the Shruti box and the harmonium have a very similar sound. But the reason I like the harmonium as opposed to the Shruti box is it projects louder, it can fill a room better, and it has a larger variety of options in terms of the musical scale. So you have the full musical scale on these piano keys here, and it is a wind instrument, so you're basically sending air through the harmonium while playing the keys of the piano, and you get this beautiful sound. You can also do things like vocal overtoning or throat singing with the harmonium as you play if you choose. I just find it to be a very beautiful instrument. It's something that I like to bring in after I do a lot of work with just the sound and vibrations. So if I spend a long time on the gongs, for example, I like to follow up with that using the harmonium, because the harmonium starts to bring in a little bit of musicality, and it's a very gentle sound, and I think people will really enjoy it after the intensity of the gongs or the singing bowls. So for those reasons, I really love the harmonium. The harmonium is a beautiful instrument, and I'm going to show you a little bit how I play, how I make it work for me, and maybe that'll inspire you for how you can use it for yourself in your own practice. So if you take a look here at the back of the harmonium, you can actually take this piece off. So you take this off and you can set the key in which you want to play it in. So if you know anything about the musical scale, you can basically set the key of the harmonium to whatever note you prefer. You can just set it on the back here, take the spoke off. I'm going to work in F sharp, so I'm going to set this F sharp key here, so that opens the wind hole to go through in the key of F sharp. And then I'll do it an octave higher over here, and then maybe even a third octave higher than that. You can actually just not even touch the piano keys, and it will play in the key of F. If you just listen here, you'll hear the key of F sharp. And that alone sounds really good, right? It's just F sharp, 3 octaves of F sharp. But then what you can do is you can play in the scale of F sharp. So if you know anything about the musical scales, you can start to play around with other keys and other notes that sound good within the scale of F sharp. So you don't really need to overcomplicate things. So if you're not musically inclined, you don't have musical training, you don't understand the musical scale on the piano, that's okay. You can really just play a very simple drone sound and it will do really well in a sound bath. But if you want to start kind of soloing over top of the key that you've set it in, you can start to do things like this. Right? And you might even want to start using your voice. So sometimes I'll bring in vocal overtoning into the mix, and I'll start using my voice and start harmonizing with the harmonium using my voice. For those of you who aren't as knowledgeable with the musical scale, what I would recommend if you're going to work with the harmonium is setting it in the key of C, because C, any of the white keys on the harmonium will actually work fantastic. So you can start soloing over top of the key of C as long as you just stick to the white keys. So that's something to remember, just to keep it simple, and it'll sound really great. So let's set it to the key of C. So this here, so these two white, for those of you who are just learning the piano keys, just remember that the key to the left of the two keys, the two black keys that are on their own here, this is C, this is C, this is C, that's C. See? we'll set that to C, and then I'll start playing over the key of C. So these are 3 octaves of C, C major. And as you look at the white keys, any one of these white keys will sound good with that octave of C. So anything on the white keys will work. So if, for example, just watch what I do. So the harmonium is one of my new favorite instruments. It's something that's relatively new to me as well. I'm still an ongoing student of this beautiful instrument. I'm going to continue to learn and grow with it and continue to offer it in my sound baths. And I highly recommend you at least explore the harmonium as part of your collection of instruments to offer in your sound baths.